Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. I'm back in the USA visiting family, and upon my arrival, or at least shortly thereafter, a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Over 111,000 today, about 111.5, might have touched 112 depending on what chart you're looking at. We're at 111.6 at the moment. I'll share my screen and we'll check it out. And let's go to the charts. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin. It's an hour
Yep.
chart. Yeah. So yeah, 111.5. And it looks like we hit 112. Not quite. So, that's the next round number. We'll hit 112, maybe 120 in the not too distant future. The talking heads are talking about, Bitcoin going to 140, 160, 150. So, and one interesting point I saw on X from Kyle Chasse, Bitcoin almost touched 112 and retail is still silent. So imagine how high this goes when they finally show up. Yeah, I mean, people are not, and we've all seen Bitcoin take off before and hit all-time highs and be in the news and the financial news and the pop culture news, whatever, and retail starts to pour in and often provide liquidity those who want to get out and take profits. So those people aren't really in yet. So there's that group of people still left to pump the market. We keep getting good news, good financial news, and we have institutions now more so than we ever have before. The whales are still active, so we should still see movements up, but there will be volatility. Wouldn't surprise me if we dip back below 100K at some point, but I'd like to see that hold a support, maybe 110 at this point. But right now, at least on the hour chart, we've got this 111 area forming some kind of support. We'll see if it holds. And Ethereum has been lagging. It's at 2650. It is That's the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the day chart. Yeah, it is above all the moving averages now, the 20, 50, and 200. So it has had improvement. And we talked about in the last couple of weeks, the pretty big move up from early April. Pretty good move. But a long way to go for the all-time high. I mean, we're nowhere near 4,000. So Bitcoin or Ethereum, yeah, still has almost, 50% to go to hit its all-time high. It seems to be Bitcoin season at the moment, and the alts here and there are making moves, but not we don't have really altcoin season yet. Any questions or comments about Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the markets overall? Okay, well, let's go to
Um,
Altcoin
Sorry, I
Alert.
just had to turn my microphone off. Um, for alt season, Bitcoin has to peak out first, doesn't it?
It's usually how it works.
Yeah, so
Bitcoin hits,
looks like Bitcoin's got a bit further to go yet.
yeah,
So, alt season I think's a little way away.
I agree. We need to see Bitcoin make its move as much as possible. Then usually Ethereum follows, and then the other alts after Ethereum. So Don't think we're there yet. Um, yeah, Scott's got a lengthy comment in here. It's gonna have to take me a while to read that, so I'll have to get back to it. Let's go ahead and start with Altcoin Alert, and easy mode is off. I'm on the altcoin radar. I've got all the columns showing. Refresh, get the most current information. Then I'll do an AA score sort. That's where I usually start. Kind of go right to left. Looking for values 80 and higher. Not really seeing them except for this dog meme coin. That's up 20%. And the rest of them are down in the 70s and 60s. So I'm not seeing anything in the AA score worth looking at necessarily. So I will move over to the left, do some more sorts. So social activity, I like to match up with trading activity. And thumbs up and fire. Sui was looking at earlier. Let's see if we have any others. Curves, another one I like. So we'll look at Sui and Curve, and maybe Rune too. So got Sui here on, this is the Coinbase chart. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range from Algo for support and resistance. Red zones resistance, green zone support. And I use the RTI, Relative Trend Index indicator, for alerts and entries, and Cumulative Delta for confirmation on trend-based trades. Most of what I do with this is on the RTI for dips and recoveries and pumps and dips. And at the moment, we have a dip below the 20 on the RTI on the SUI chart, the 15-minute chart. So it hasn't broken back above the 20 yet. So let's add an alert on the RTI. Crossing up. If you're trading spot, like on this Coinbase chart, this might be what the alert you set. Crossing up on the 20. Once per bar close. Expiration. Today's date. This is in June. Let's try that again. Yeah. May 22nd, maybe till about 8 p.m. That's 2000. And that'll turn this alert off 8 p.m. my time. Message. Social activity sort. Type this in a few times. TradingView will remember it. Notifications. Notify an app on my phone. Toast notification on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. And there's a few to choose from. Several categories. You should go 3 notes reverb and click create. And that'll let me know that on the RTI, SUI is dipped below the 20, and the alert will go off when it comes back up, when it's starting to recover. So go ahead and leave that one on. I can modify this alert to trade both directions, which is what most of my alerts do. And that's going to be entering a channel. Upper is 80, lower is 20. And I'll click save, and I get this rectangle here on the RTI. So when it breaks above the 80 and comes back down, that can be a potential short trade. And then the long I've already described, dipping below the 20 and coming back up. And we've had a couple fake outs on that scenario here on on SUI, but there's a couple others in the past where it did pretty well. Here's one where it broke below the 20 briefly and then shot back up. Eventually got up to the red zone, almost 6%. That's a great day trade. And there was that entry, and then this one here. And then this one here didn't really do as well. And you'd probably still be in that trade. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad for a recent past on the dip below 20 on SUI. Let's go to the short-term swing trade layout over here on the hour chart. And I still have the supply and demand visible range for support and resistance. Then I'm using SuperTrend for entries, buy and sell signals, and Trendilo LSMA for confirmation. At the moment, we've got a sell signal on the hour chart and LSMA pointing down, so we don't have a valid entry according to this layout for SUI as a long. So in this scenario, you might want to right click on the SuperTrend and select SuperTrend buy. Expiration. Probably do that today, make it maybe till 9 p.m. Social activity. And click create. Actually, I'm going to change that one. So I'm going to go over here to my list, edit this, and notification. Since this is a swing trade, I'm going to handbell. So a different sound will go off when this alert's triggered, and I'll look at Bitcoin at the time to see what it's doing, and if it's trending up as well, then that would probably be an entry for a long on SUI. Any questions on this one? Is it day trade or swing trade? Okay. There are a couple others on the social activity sort. Rune, which I like a lot, and Curve. So let's look at those. I'll go through those a little faster. All right, Curve is above the 80 now on the RTI. So this is when I'd be looking to take a dip as a short trade. So I'm going to set up my rectangle, entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, once per bar close, expiration. I'll go to 7:30 on that one. Social. Yeah, click create. So I've got my rectangle here. When it dips below the 80, I'll get an alert. And I'll take a quick look at Bitcoin on the hour and the 15-minute charts, see how it's doing. And I'm just looking to get 1.5%, give or take, on my on the chart movement. I'm at 10x leverage on a foreign exchange, so that's enough for me. If you're trading um, on lower leverage, you might want to look for a bigger move. And then if you're just trading on spot on long trades, same thing. You might want to look for 2 to 5% to build up your balance. Okay, so that's Curve as a day trade. as a swing. We're at the top of the zone for the 1 hour chart. So I don't like that as an entry. 4 hour chart. Same thing. We're at the top of the zone. 8 hour. Same thing. Day chart. Well, we got some retrace movement available. Got in now to the red zone, be 44%. Last time we were there, December. So take could take you 4 to 5 months to get back there based on this. That's a little longer than I want to be in a trade, but you do you. So yeah, there's retracement potential on the day chart, but it's gonna take a while to get back there. So any questions on CRV? Okay, we had one more on the social activities sort. I believe it was Rune. So we'll look at that one. Yeah, same thing. It's above the 80 at the moment. It has not done well lately as far as dips. That one might have worked on the short side, but probably not. We have these dips below the 80 and then they don't really do anything as Rune has been trending up. So I'm not comfortable shorting this one. This one you might want to catch it when it breaks below the 50, which happened back here on Tuesday, but that was part of a bigger move that dipped below the 20 on the RTI, which happened here. So here's our dip and retrace on the 20. And then here we got it at the 50. So to get in the next move, the next dip on Rune, you might want to catch a breakdown around 50 or 60. So right click on the RTI, add an alert. Could just use a crossover 50. And yeah, go back to my day trading sound. Click create. So if this dips below 50 and comes back, then that could be an entry on a long position on Rune. Okay, let's go to the swing chart. Yeah, we're at the top of the zone on the 1 hour. And we're top of the zone on the 4 hour as well. 8 hour as well. But lots of room to move on the day chart. Just going to take a while.
You want to make them?
And I got some background noise. Please mute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to do that.
If it was me, I mean, if I was you, I would make them.
Okay. Well, now that I'm over here, I'm reading, I think this is Scott's comment or question. Yeah, so Scott has a lengthy issue in the chat if you guys want to check it out. It looks like he's talking about, asking about upside movement and what's going to cause that, and comparing that to traditional finance. It looks like he has a background in that. So I'm not sure if I'm the right person to answer this kind of question. But if somebody wants to look at this and take a shot at it, let me know. So, all right, go back to my screen share. And Rune we were looking at. A little bit of resistance here. 89%, 126 days. The red zone, 162%, 144 days. So yeah, these would be really good swing trades. Over 200%, less than 200 days. So this one has potential for a longer term swing trade if you are so inclined. So if anyone jumps in on this, let us know. We can monitor it and see how it plays out in the next few weeks or months. And Scott's saying, okay, just wondering about pullbacks. I like pullbacks in day trading and a little bit in swing trading too. So it's important in how I trade. All right, any questions on Rune? Let's go back to Altcoin Alert. We will try a different sort, 1 hour projected range. UMA. Haven't really found any in this sort. So when it has a bigger number like this, the range is too much. When the range is short, then there's not much of a midterm figure. So I haven't used this one as much. Let's look for short-term sentiment then. Match it up with the Elder Impulse hourly. There's UMA again, very bullish on both. Safe token and Bonk. Was trading Bonk last week. Let's look at that one. And it's on Coinbase. Well above the 80. Into the red zone. So we're a little late on this one. Yeah, and last time this dipped below the 20, it ended up having a good run. 50 might be a better option. Dipped below 50 a couple times here and then made a nice move. So that happened here. It shot up here. Happened again here. It took a while, but it shot up there too. So the last two breaks below the 50 ended up being nice bounce backs on Bonk. So that might be the alert you want to set. Right click here, add an alert. You choose the cross, that's cross under. Cross over 50. I don't always trust that one, so go with crossing up. Once per bar close, expiration. Day for maybe an hour or so. Short-term sentiment. Notifications, 3 notes, reverb, click create. And that's my 50 alert ready to go. Let's see, let's go to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, top of the zone here on the hour chart. 4 hour as well. 8 hour as well. On the day chart, got in now. Resistance here, 38%, 51%. Going back 140 days. That's just so-so. The red zone is 128%, 180 days. I think some of the others we looked at are better than that, so I'd probably pass on this one as a swing trade. Oh, we got a comment in the chat. Okay, yeah, that's a pullbacks comment. So, any questions on Bong? Because the day trader swing, I like it better as a day trade. Okay. Let's do some long-term sentiment sorts on this, and then we'll wrap it up. We're going to match long-term sentiment with Elder Impulse Daily. Audio is bullish on both, as is WorldCoin, Monero, Avalanche, Bitcoin, Beam. There's a few to choose from. Let's look at audio. I haven't looked at that one in a while. This one's above the 80 as well. It has done well dipping below the 20 and coming back, as well as the 50. So I think I'm gonna set up my both directions alert on this one. That's gonna be entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on bottom, once per bar close, expiration. And this is a long-term sentiment sort. Oops. And yeah, we'll keep that one. And there's my rectangle. Good to go for my alert on audio. And see if I can trade that when and if that goes off. Let's look at this as a swing. It's following the pattern of most of the others we looked at. It's the top of the zone for the 1 hour chart. So we're a bit late on that. Got some room to move on the 4 hour chart, so that's a little sooner than some of the others we looked at. Top of the red zone, 7%. But in 12 hours, that's a pretty good swing. Yeah, for time purposes, I kind of like this one. If you want to do a longer term swing on the 8 hour, we've got retrace potential, back here to about 15% in 30 days. That's what I like. Get out in a couple weeks and pick up 10 to 15%. So I like that. We just had the Trendilo LSMA turn green, but we don't have a green signal yet from SuperTrend, so I think I'd set that buy signal. Or leave it on only once. Expiration. Leave that on until maybe 9 p.m. Long-term sentiment sort. And 3 notes reverb. Or sorry, handbell for the swing trade alert. Click create, and I'm good to go. Yeah. Okay, any questions on audio? Well, the last few we went through kind of quickly. We were seeing some, duplication in market structure on those other coins. So didn't want to be too repetitive. Any coins you want to look at that we haven't yet, or
Have you
comments,
looked at Solana?
questions?
Have you looked at Solana?
Craig's favorite, Solana. Let's check it out.
Just my favorite.
Okay, on the day trading chart, top of the range. But it has some nice short movements and some long ones as well. So this one's kind of cooperating on both directions. Here's the dip to the 20 and the breakup happened here. And then it made a move 7% like that. And this was a
What time frame are
break,
you on there? Sorry?
15
What
minute.
time? Oh, you're on the 15. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, yeah.
So a couple fake outs here on the break below the 80 on the short side. Yeah, I'd probably still be in that trade. But this one broke below and did pretty well. Big move. So it's got potential in both directions. I probably like it a little just because the market overall has been responding to Bitcoin's all-time high. I like it better on the long side, so you might want to set that alert on the 50, like I've shown you on the other couple of the other coins, and take those dips below the 50 for on the long positions. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So right click on the RTI, add an alert. You can go with the crossover 50 or crossing up on the 50. So when it takes a dip down below the 50 and comes back up, that's the alert that will go off. Once per bar close, expiration. And I'll leave it on for an hour or so.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come back down that fast.
Well, there was this move over here, but I don't know if it'll happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the downside of this approach. When you set alerts looking for certain chart movements and they don't happen, then no alerts, no trades. So I found overall this is the better way of trading than just seeing something saying I'm getting in with really no chart analysis. Anyway, works Works reasonably well for me.
Do we have time to look at Filecoin?
Perhaps, but I want to finish Solana first.
Sure.
And let's take a quick look at the 1 hour chart. And we're top of the range there. Yeah, same thing on the 4 hour and the 8 hour. The day chart we got, and this has been well over 200 before. So if you want to hang in there a little longer, 43%, 126 days. Yeah, I don't care for that, but Solana might just be one you want to hold anyway. So that's a different issue for a different Zoom call. Okay, I think it was Daryl asked about Filecoin. Is that right?
Yes, that'd be
All
great. We have
right.
time. Appreciate it.
Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, it looks like the others on the day trade chart. It's well above the 80 on the RTI. And it's bounced off the 50 a few times. So that's probably the alert to set on this one. Crossing over 50. Barrel suggestion, I remembered it. So we'll see if that alert goes off on the day chart. Just on the swing on the 1 hour. Yeah, top of the range. All of them have been so far. A little bit of room to move on the 4 hour. So 5 or 6%, top of the range. Not loving that. The 8 hour, top of the range. Day chart, lots of room to move. This resistance, 80%, 128 days to the red zone. 127%, 164 days. Not bad. That's a long time to wait. Don't love it as a swing, but has some bounce potential as a day trade. Okay, any other coins you want to look at before we wrap it up? All right. Oh, we will wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And you guys have a good trading weekend. We'll see you probably on Monday. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.